the state administration, central administration, and everyone is actually geared towards achieving the same goal, that is the peaceful and fair conduct of the elections. So right from the booth level officers to the senior officers of the election commission have that same goal. And each one of us has a defined role, and for that should be known to each one of us. So in that sense, I believe training in this regard has already been done for all the personnel involved here. So as far as that expenditure monitoring is concerned, which we are primarily concerned with, we have a beautifully laid out compendium where the roles of each one of the teams has been defined. So I believe that training also has been conducted to you. So I would expect all of you people to again go through that and be very clearly defined with your roles. But this is the starting time. It should not happen that later on you are still having some doubts over what things have to be done. For example, accounting team should be aware of all the shadow observation registers work. Similarly, SST, FST, they should know what things have to be done. I would just add another thing, that this election expenditure monitoring generally has two aspects. The first thing is that lodging of accounts, which has to be anyway mandatorily done, with which every candidate has a predefined limit how much he can spend. Then it's an assembly constituency or the parliamentary constituency. But the second thing is that enforcement of the MCC, which often gets neglected in the whole scheme of things, because again that is perfunctorily done. So I would expect that there are teams involved in the SST and FST to be aware.
We all are working towards one goal, which is to ensure free and fair elections and to uphold the basic principle of democracy. And I'm very sure that the entire district machinery is fully geared and equipped to ensure and to achieve this goal. So, as our other honorable observer was saying, that I hope all the teams are in place and proper training has been imparted. Just one point, this media certification and monitoring committee, as it is being headed by Collector Ma'am herself, which is a nice thing, because in this era of social media, now we all know that this becomes a very important point. And surveyed news, paid news, all those things take a picture of prominence, and candidates increasingly nowadays are relying on these social medias in order to do effective campaigning. So that is one focus area. I hope you all are geared up. And do we have the lead bank managers joining us? So I would like to tell you all that you also assume a very, very crucial role. Apart from the cash seizures, drug, liquor seizure, now increasingly the political parties are relying on banking channels also. So I hope you all are geared up to flagging these transactions. If any suspicious transactions are there, which generally we call it as suspicious transactions. So any unusual activity which is happening, so it is the onus lies on the bankers of the district to check that. Suppose for an example, if any account was dormant and suddenly it becomes active just before elections or in the past say 1 month, so that is a red flag. So similarly, there are many other things. So it is very much possible that all the funds which might be used for the voter inducement, they will be coming through the banking channel, because they also know that all the SSTs and with all the surveillance in place, it is very difficult to physically move the cash around. So they will utilize the banking channel, get the amount within the district, and then withdraw it in small amounts from different pockets and ATMs. So in this backdrop, the role of the bankers becomes very important. So this is one area I would expect that a lot of focus is given, and proper reports are generated, and we keep a strict vigil on the banking channels. So I hope the banking managers, and if needed, as and when, we are just assessing the preparedness, which I find so far is pretty geared up. And as and when we keep interacting with you, we will be having a dedicated mobile number, as the other honorable observer was saying. So, and you all are free to approach us anytime. We are open, no problem, no matter which hour of the day. We are there to help you out, to guide you, and also to seek your cooperation. So once again, thank you very much.
Express my thanks for a very warm welcome here. My friends have already, I think, wonderfully summarized what is there to look for in expenditure monitoring. Just to add to that, I would like to say, this is a very tough time, especially considering the temperature. So I think the static surveillance teams, they will be having a really tough time. So I hope proper refreshments like cold water and everything. If there is any problem that the static teams are facing in terms of the facilities that are provided, they should let us know. Because we don't want that people are thirsty and still checking their cars. So that is what I would like to say. Thank you.
All the major newspaper and other services.
So we are separate nodal officer. One team for each subject. So this is the media monitoring channel. So they look after all cases of aware, but later on they were sensitized the political parties. Now we are
Prior condition.
Sir, these are the reports. Sir. We have LCC 101, 102 and 2 and SP.
And you also maintain it in the portal, right?
Yeah,
Like
portal.
somebody
Yes, yes.
In the portal only. From
Portal.
portal only you
Yeah,
have taken a print. I could not see that.
These are uploaded.
Yeah, assistant expenditure observers, you can introduce yourself one by one. Good morning, madam. My name is Dswan.
Assistant expenditure observer, Churpadi conference.
Namaste, madam. District flying squad also you can introduce.
Okay, so I hope you are well aware with the compendium you have gone through the things.
I'm trying to do all the articles and I'm preparing.
Just one thing, out of my 4 AEOs, have you been a part of the elections before or it's your first time for you?
ముందు ఏఈఓ చేశారా ఇదే ఫస్ట్ టైం అని అడుగుతున్నాను.
Okay, no problem. So we all learn, it's always the first time for everyone. So in case of any doubts, please feel free to come and meet me. And we are here in this visit, it's a short one for 3 days. We'll be going back and again coming back on 25th. Maybe meet me at least once at your convenient time. We all can sit together and assess that how things are going. Okay. So, and the lead back the light on what is your role? Can you just brief us?
Up to now we have received 1 lakh to directly sending the information to the income tax department.
Another thing, that if you find that any bank account description, see KYC in this is not consistent with the nature of the business. Suppose somebody is a retailer, and cash transactions are happening, especially cash withdrawals in that account. So this also assumes CMC nodal officer.
Sir.
Madam, how many channels and do you have a control room? And actually we have. How many channels, vernacular, newspapers, channels are
We
you
are
connected?
monitoring 6 channels daily, sir.
Okay.
And we are noting down that adverse items and paid items and advertisements, everything, sir.